Just about every client I've ever worked with has asked me this one question. Is buying a condo a good investment? Let's talk about it. Rich Dad had this to say about condos.
The next one are multifamily condos. Oh, Kim and I have had condos. They're almost worse than vacation homes. And the one reason is homeowners associations, HOAs.
Homeowners associations. And you know, they often say, too, the last thing to become successful before the market turns are condominiums.
According to Rich
all of a
Dad,
sudden, condominiums-
buying a condo is the second worst real estate investment you can make. I mean, I believe he does make a good point, but this is all about perspective. Robert Kiyosaki is an investor looking to maximize his return on his investments. HOAs are an added layer of authority, slowing down investors from maximizing their return on their investments. The average home buyer is looking for an affordable home for their families. Investors and the average homeowners do not share the same goals. Let's talk some pros. Typically, condos and townhomes have a lower cost to entry. The responsibilities of condos typically fall within inside of the walls, leaving most major repairs such as roofing, plumbing, and electrical issues to the HOA to repair. And for now, the last pro example I'm going to use is that you'll still have the opportunity to gain some equity in your home. All right, now let's talk some cons. The first con is you have to typically deal with HOAs.
I love the HOA, Homeowners Association. I have other definitions of that name, but Kim has seen me go to war against those guys, and I tell you, you cannot talk to homeowners associations. They could be the worst people on planet Earth. You know, they're horrible people.
Which is a really good point, because if you're investing in real estate, is there a homeowners association you have to deal with? Because a lot of homeowners associations do not like renters. They want owner occupied.
And dealing with HOAs means that you have to follow their rules. And if you don't follow their rules, oftentimes you're stuck with paying certain fines. Which brings us to the added layer of bureaucracy when you have to deal with HOAs and condos. You see, most condos, if you want to renovate or make some repairs or some changes, you have to go and get that approved with the HOA before you make those changes. Not only do you have to go get permits, but you also have to go get an approval from the HOA. If the HOA doesn't want you to do that renovation, or if they don't want you to make those changes, you have to follow their guidelines and you have to follow their rules. Another con is you're likely to have less privacy. At the end of the day, most condos and townhomes have at least one shared wall. Some condos, you may have somebody above you or below you, making it a little bit more challenging for you to enjoy your own privacy. The last but not least con is that you're likely to gain equity in your home at a much slower rate than a single family home. So definitely do your research. But the truth of the matter is, every situation is a little bit different. Some townhomes are in more desirable areas than other places, making some locations more desirable than other locations. Definitely talk to your realtor about this. An investor will likely want to Airbnb or rent out their condo or townhome. That is, of course, if the HOA doesn't have an issue with it. And oftentimes, HOAs have rules against Airbnb in your condo. But if you're just a single guy living a single life, maybe living somewhere downtown San Diego is not a bad idea in a nice high-rise condo. Close to bars, close to work, close to action. So let's ask that question again. Is a condo or townhouse a good investment? And the answer to that question is, depends on who you're asking. You see, a good investment can be subjective, and it's up to you to bring that perspective. What's valuable to one man may not be valuable to another man. Do you prefer maximizing your money, or do you prefer living in a city, living in a high rise, living close to work, living to where all the action's at, living close to all the bars? That's up to you to make that decision. I'm Osias, and planning your next move is easy with the right people in your corner. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy.